Hi, this is Jackie and Fred. We're originally from Johnson City, and we've known Karen and John most of our lives. I can't remember when I didn't know Karen. We went to elementary school together. We were best friends. Her mom used to take us to the fair when we were little. I remember when she moved back to Johnson City for good. And, she's the kind of person that we'd get on the phone and we'd talk for hours back then. We get on the phone and we talk for hours now. When did you meet John?
We were in middle school.
Junior high.
Junior high, yeah. And he lived one block from me. And it's just one of those sandlot days with football and whatever. And then, playing Monopoly on Saturday at Clifford David's house. Because I thought in the near future John would be in real estate because he'd always win in Monopoly. But we still gave him a shot. But like I say, 2 or 3 minutes to talk about John and Karen, and that wouldn't be enough because the guy and his wife has been ultra great for me and my family. Because like whenever I need somebody to talk to, other than my wife, John is the very first one I think about, and he's always been there. If he's not home, I can't get him on the phone. Within the next 10 minutes after my first call, he calls me, and he is the best. And I thank God for him putting John and Karen in my life.
Well, I guess there's not much else I can say. I love Karen and John like they're my brothers and sisters. Karen is my sister because we've been together all our lives. We've been through ups and downs, and she's been there for me whenever I needed her to be there for me. Her sisters are like my sisters too. So, they're just the best people that they are. The best people you could ask for, the best friends you could ask for. I said that when we were growing up, we would hang out together. We would hang out on Sundays. Karen always liked my mom's fried chicken. I always liked her aunt's desserts. Karen's a good cook now, and
great cook.
She gave me her roll recipe. I still can't make it, so I have to bum them off of her all the time. I don't know what else to say. We love them, and we hope that this is an enjoyable day for them.
Praise the Lord. Happy Appreciation Day, Pastor and Mrs. Rollins. I just want to say that I love you both and appreciate you both, but especially to Miss Karen. Miss Karen, you are awesome. You have been such a wonderful help to me in my classroom, with my children, and not only that, but you're just a good friend, someone that I can share things with and talk to about, pray with, laugh with, just have fun with. So I am just so pleased that God is honoring both of you today. So I just want to say, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep being a blessing to your church. And I love you, and God bless you.
Weeks ago, I was called by Nikki, the daughter of Pastor Rollins and First Lady Rollins, to say a few words on behalf of their Appreciation Day. Of course, I had nothing to say about them at all. But what an honor. My wife, Barbara, and I love your pastor and First Lady. We met them in 1975 when John and I were stationed in the United States Air Force at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa, Florida. Sometimes in 1977, John got orders to go to Turkey. Now, I don't know what he did in Turkey, but when he came back, he brought a lot of stereo equipment. So I think all he was doing was just spending his money on stereo equipment. But of course, at that time, Barbara and Karen and the kids and I, we got very close because once a person goes away, we have to comfort them while their spouse have gone TDY or PCS. Now, as years pass, Barbara and Karen, they continue to have conversation. Barbara tells me that Pastor Rollins was called to preach. And I looked at her and I said, he's called to preach. John Rollins called to preach. But on a serious note, Simeon, Pastor Rollins and First Lady Karen are #1 in our book. I can remember when I came to Nashville for Tennessee State's homecoming, Sister Rollins had had a medical problem, and my wife Barbara says, why don't I just stay with Karen while you go and have fun with your friends? I had no problem with that. Also, at the same time, my mother had passed away a month before, and John Rollins gave me a few words of comfort. He said to me, and I will always remember, he said, let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. And I know that comes from John chapter 14, 1. But what can I say about John Rollins? John Rollins helps others. This past week, I came to Nashville, Tennessee to homecoming. Every time I come there, I always stop by John and Karen's house first. I did it this time. But where was John? He was at Vanderbilt Hospital visiting members of his church. That's a leader. Just remember, John Rollins, he always tells you people and me, if you try to be a rainbow, someone can find you in the clouds. John just said to me, just when you're hurt or when you're uncomfortable, there's John Rollins telling you this. When the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. I will finish with this. This is what God said. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with victorious right hand. To all the Simeon Baptist Church family, thank you, and continue to stand by your pastor and your first lady. I love you both. Thank you.
Happy Pastor Wife Appreciation Day to Pastor Rollins and Miss Karen. Miss Karen, you know that I'm not much of a public speaker, but when I was asked to honor you, I did not hesitate. I speak with many, Miss Karen, when I say that you are loved here at Lighthouse. You have mastered the art of dedication. You have mastered the art of commitment. From the lives that you pour into here at the school, from your smile, from the way that you hasten to help. I just wanted to say that we love you, we appreciate you, and you are valued. God definitely set the stage of a blessing when he made the connection from you here at Lighthouse, but not only from you to Lighthouse, but from you to me personally. So again, I say that you are forever celebrated, especially here. You guys are loved. And again, happy Pastor and Wife Appreciation Day.